Morning on the edge of nowhere. The morning arrives slowly. Not with noise or urgency, but with a quiet shift in the air. As if the land itself is waking up reluctantly, stretching after a long sleep. Mist clings to the hills like unfinished thoughts. A narrow road cuts through the valley, bordered by stone walls softened by moss and time. Somewhere in the distance, a bell rings, faint, uneven, almost forgotten. At the edge of this road stands a small cafe. Its wooden sign creaks gently in the breeze. Inside, Ethan sits alone by the window. A chipped ceramic cup rests between his hands. Steam curls upward, blurring the glass and the world beyond it. His reflection stares back at him, older than he remembers feeling, quieter than he used to be. Beside the cup lies the journal. He hasn't touched it since last night. Not because he doesn't want to, but because part of him is afraid of what it might ask next. Outside, the road disappears into fog. And for the first time in a long while, Ethan doesn't feel the urge to run from it. The return of a familiar stranger. The cafe door opens with a soft chime. Cold air slips inside. Ethan doesn't turn immediately. But something shifts in him. A subtle awareness. Then he hears footsteps. Measured. Careful. He looks up. Maya stands just inside the doorway, brushing raindrops from her coat. Her hair is loosely tied back, strands escaping, catching the light. She pauses when she sees him, surprise flickering across her face before settling into something gentler. Recognition. Not dramatic. Not loud. Just real. They hold each other's gaze for a second longer than strangers usually do. Then she smiles. Not wide. Not guarded. A quiet acknowledgement, you're here too. She orders tea, the same kind as yesterday, and chooses the seat across from him without asking. Outside, the rain begins again. Soft. Steady. Neither of them rushes to speak. Some conversations don't need a beginning. When the journal opens again, Ethan finally reaches for the journal. The leather cover feels warm now, as if it's been waiting. He opens it slowly. Pages whisper as they turn, sketches of mountains, fragments of letters, half-written thoughts frozen in time. The ink varies in pressure, revealing moments of certainty and doubt. Then he stops. A name. Smudged. Nearly erased. Maya leans closer, her shoulder brushing his, an accidental closeness that neither pulls away from. Her breath catches. I know that place, she says softly. Ethan looks at her. It's not marked anymore, she continues. Most maps leave it blank. But people still talk about it. She hesitates. A village that chose to disappear. Silence settles between them. The journal didn't bring Ethan here randomly. And Maya didn't walk into this cafe by coincidence. Stepping into the same direction. The rain eases as they step outside. The road glistens, reflecting the sky in broken pieces. The fog lifts just enough to reveal the hills ahead, layered, endless, inviting and intimidating all at once. Ethan gestures down the road. Maya doesn't hesitate. She adjusts her bag and steps forward beside him. They walk at first without speaking, listening to the rhythm of their footsteps, the distant rush of water somewhere below. Then conversation begins naturally. Small things. Where they've been. What they've left behind. What they didn't plan to say out loud. Laughter slips in unexpectedly, light, brief, genuine. The road feels different now. Less like an escape. More like an invitation. The bridge that remembers. By afternoon, the air changes. The sound of water grows louder. They reach the bridge. Old wooden planks stretch across a fast-moving river, the surface rippling with restless energy. The bridge sways slightly underfoot, responding to their presence like a living thing. Maya stops halfway across. She closes her eyes. "My grandfather used to bring me here," she says quietly. "He believed places could remember us, even when people forget." Ethan watches her. For a moment, the world holds its breath. Then she opens her eyes. They cross together. Neither looks back. Firelight and unguarded truths. Night falls gently. They camp near the riverbank, the fire crackling softly, its glow painting warm light across their faces. The journal lies open between them, not as a guide now, but as a witness. Ethan speaks first. About leaving home. About feeling out of place even when surrounded by people. About the quiet exhaustion of pretending everything was fine. Maya listens. Then she speaks. About choosing solitude over expectation. About roads taken to avoid staying still. About the fear of belonging and losing it again. The fire burns lower. Something stronger grows. Trust. The realization that changes everything. Later, under a sky full of stars, silence returns, but it's comfortable now. Ethan realizes something. This journey is no longer about finding answers in the journal. It's about the person beside him. Maya feels it too. Some emotions don't announce themselves. They simply stay. Morning and the unwritten path. Dawn arrives again. They pack quietly. A breeze flips the journal's page, revealing a faint symbol, unfamiliar, unresolved. Ahead, the road splits. Ethan looks at Maya. She smiles. "Whichever way we choose," she says, "it won't be wrong." They step forward together. The map ends here. The echoes do not. The path that shouldn't exist. The road narrows. What once felt like a path becomes a suggestion, grass growing through cracked stone, branches arching overhead as if closing behind them. Sunlight filters through in thin, broken ribbons, moving as the wind shifts. Ethan walks slightly ahead now, instinctively careful. Maya follows, her hand occasionally brushing the bark of passing trees, as if greeting old companions. "This used to be a trade route," she says quietly. Long before roads were drawn with certainty. Ethan glances back at her. "And then?" "And then people stopped needing it," she replies. "Or forgot why they did." They walk on. The forest listens. When the world goes quiet. Birdsong fades. Even the wind seems to soften its voice. Ethan notices it first, the absence of sound. No insects. No distant water. just the soft press of their footsteps against earth. Maya stops. "So this is it," she whispers. Ahead, the trees part. The village stands before them. Stone houses worn smooth by time. Shuttered windows. Roof sagging but unbroken. Paths laid carefully, lovingly, evidence of lives once lived with intention. Nothing feels abandoned. It feels preserved. As if the village is waiting. Walking through memory. They step inside. The air changes instantly, cooler, heavier, scented faintly with old wood and rain-soaked stone. Ethan runs his fingers along a wall. "This place feels careful," he says. Maya nods. As if leaving was an act of protection. They pass a well in the center of the village. Rope still coiled neatly. A bucket resting beside it. Someone cared enough to leave things ready. Just in case. The house with the open door. One door stands ajar. Not broken. Not forced. Simply open. Maya hesitates. Ethan waits, letting her decide. She steps forward. Inside, dust lies undisturbed, except for one narrow path, footprints. Recent. Maya's breath catches. "We're not the first," she says. A wooden table holds an object that doesn't belong to the past. A folded map. Fresh ink. Ethan recognizes the markings. They match the journal. A voice from the shadows. A floorboard creaks. Ethan turns instinctively, positioning himself slightly in front of Maya, not out of fear, but care. From the shadows emerges an elderly man. His movements are slow, deliberate. His eyes sharp with awareness, not surprise. "So," he says calmly, "the journal finally led someone back." Maya stiffens. "You know about it." The man smiles faintly. "I helped write it." Silence presses in. The journal wasn't just a memory. It was a message. The story that was never told. They sit together as the man speaks. About a village that chose disappearance over destruction. About protecting knowledge that could be exploited. About guiding the right people back, only when they were ready. "Maps show directions," he says. "But they can't measure intention." Ethan looks down at the journal in his hands. It feels heavier now. More alive. When fear and trust collide. Night falls again. Storm clouds gather unexpectedly. Wind rushes through the empty streets, rattling shutters, whispering through cracks in stone. The old man prepares to leave. There are others who still watch, he warns. Not all who seek answers deserve them. Thunder rolls. Maya reaches for Ethan's hand. He doesn't hesitate. They stay. Together. The moment that defines them. Rain lashes down. They shelter beneath an overhang, the village groaning softly under the storm's weight. Maya laughs suddenly, soft, breathless. "I used to think traveling alone made me strong." Ethan looks at her. "And now?" "And now I think choosing who to walk with matters more." Their eyes meet. Nothing is said. Nothing needs to be. Dawn and the choice ahead. Morning breaks through shredded clouds. The storm has washed the village clean. The old man is gone. Only the map remains, one final marking added overnight. A destination further beyond. Maya folds it carefully. "Do you want to keep going?" she asks. Ethan doesn't look at the map. He looks at her. Yes. Departure without goodbyes. They leave the village untouched. No doors closed. No tracks erased. The forest opens again, accepting them back. Behind them, the village fades, not vanishing, but resting. Waiting for the next echo. The road after meaning. The forest thins. Not suddenly, but gently, trees stepping back as if granting permission. Sunlight stretches longer now, warmer, brushing the earth in wide strokes. The path beneath their feet feels firmer, more certain. Maya walks with the map folded against her chest. Ethan notices she hasn't opened it again. "You're not checking the direction," he says. She smiles faintly. "For the first time, I don't feel lost." They walk in rhythm. Two shadows moving as one. When questions fall silent, they stop beside a narrow stream. Water runs clear, carrying leaves and reflections of sky. Ethan kneels, splashes water onto his face. The chill sharpens his senses. "Do you ever wonder," he asks, "if we were meant to find that place, or if it found us?" Maya watches the current. "I think some places don't exist until someone arrives ready to listen." She reaches down, lets the water run over her fingers. The stream keeps moving. Unconcerned with answers. The map that no longer leads. They sit on a fallen log. Maya unfolds the map slowly. The ink has changed. Paths are fading. Landmarks soften, dissolving into pale impressions, as if the map is releasing its hold. Ethan exhales. It's disappearing. Maya doesn't look afraid. "It was never meant to guide forever," she says. "Just long enough." She folds it again. This time, she doesn't put it away. She lets it go. The wind lifts the paper gently, carries it into the trees. Neither of them tries to stop it. What remains when signs are gone? They walk on without direction markers. Without urgency. Ethan speaks quietly. "I used to chase places that felt unfinished. Thought movement would fix what staying couldn't." Maya listens. "And now?" "And now I think I was afraid of standing still long enough to understand myself." She glances at him. Maybe this journey isn't about distance. He meets her eyes. Maybe it never was. The unnamed promise. The land opens into a wide plateau. Grass sways like an ocean under the wind. The horizon stretches endlessly, no walls, no boundaries. They stop. Not because they must. Because they want to. Ethan takes a breath. "I don't know where this road ends," he says. Maya steps closer, not touching, but close enough to feel warmth. "I don't need to know," she replies. "Just who I'm walking with." The wind rises, carrying the sound of distant bells. Or maybe memory. The echo that stays. They continue forward. Not faster. Not slower. Balanced. The camera pulls back, two figures moving into vastness, no map in hand, no destination named. Only intention. Only trust. Only the quiet understanding that some journeys don't conclude. They expand.